Episode 1, Predestined Path. Who are all these people? I hid my growing anxiety behind a confident stare. I couldn't show any weakness, or I would have been at risk of losing control over the situation. Despite feeling concerned, I wanted to be at the very least on equal footing with everyone else. Pull back your hoods and introduce yourselves. There's no need to scare her. It took so much effort to make this happen. Some people revealed their faces. Others chose to remain hidden. I looked at them. Some had familiar features. Are these your family members? Yes, they are my relatives. Let me introduce you, Amala. This is my uncle, Vimal Dubey, and his children, Lalit Sharma and Rishi Dubey. The young man and woman, who seemed to be of similar age, suddenly smiled at me. For some reason, their grins were so unexpected and disconcerting that I couldn't bring myself to smile back. Is he introducing me to his family? We've been waiting to meet you, Miss Basu. You really look like a Basu. We saw you dancing at the puja. That was bold. The crowd went crazy, thinking you summoned Mahadeva Derja. Where are your manners, children? The stately man stepped forward, giving me a slight bow. We're glad to see you here, Amala Basu. We've been waiting for your arrival for a very long time. Despite all the obstacles in our way, fate has been kind to us, and that's a very good thing. Ratan's calm voice rang out in the hall. Fate. How convenient it is to sum up all of my efforts in one simple word. We looked at each other. Ratan had his own duties to fulfill, but he promised that he'd help me. He wouldn't do anything to harm me, right? Of course, you did the job we agreed on, and I'm grateful to you. I plucked up the courage to speak. What's this all about? Why did you bring me here? So you can meet the rest of the dozen and the representatives of the other families. And perhaps find your place amongst us. My place? We all play a role in maintaining order. The dozen is not just some random list. We need to protect our lineage, or our land will plunge into chaos. You are certainly worthy, Amala. Besides, you're the last surviving member of your family. You can't let your family die out. Suddenly there was a loud pounding at the door. Everyone turned around at once when they heard shouting in English. That's Killian? He's trying to get inside. They must have lost sight of me and got worried. I went towards the door. Rishi Dubey blocked my way. Did anyone give you permission to open the door to strangers? I don't need anyone's permission. I'm not your prisoner, right? You're not, but it's in your best interest to do as you're supposed to. And it's in your best interest to make me want to do so. Step aside, Rishi. It's good that her colleagues finally noticed that they were missing someone. Amrit clearly found the whole situation amusing. He was watching me as if I was putting on a show just for him. The doors slammed open. A moment later, an alarmed Killian and terrified Lima burst into the hall. Amala, you're here. We lost you. What the hell? You left without saying anything. What were we supposed to think? We were really scared. What's going on here? What brings you all to our humble abode? Are you keeping here against our will? Amala, are we keeping you here against your will? No. But... Dubey turned to Killian. The lady said no. She's my responsibility, Amala. Let's leave. You can leave. I wasn't talking to you. The conversation started long before you came and hasn't ended yet. Leave now. Don't embarrass yourself. Mr. Dubé, you've changed. You seemed a lot friendlier the last time we met. Stop it, girl. Your impertinence will be your downfall. My friendliness was nothing but a burdensome necessity. Killian looked at Rattan. You again. What do you want from her? Amala said he could be trusted. She also said she would stop doing stupid shit, and yet here we are. She's safe and sound. Any more questions? You told your colleagues about being in touch with Rattan. Emmerich interrupted us, his voice menacingly calm. I never heard him sound that way. Oh, this is all becoming quite tedious. We're discussing our affairs right now, and they don't concern you. Some of your affairs concern us, too. If that wasn't the case, we wouldn't have come here at all. Emmerich didn't like his tone. His upper lip twitched in annoyance. I'm not in the mood to play your games. Leave. Let's all calm down. It's better not to let things escalate. Killian, I know what I'm doing. If I came here, then it means I had to. While you're under my protection, putting yourself in such danger is unacceptable. If she's staying, then we're all staying. Killian is annoyed at your behavior. Too bad. She isn't thinking straight, and I'm the one responsible for her. You. Who do you think you're giving orders to? Something changed on Emmerith's face. He glowered at Killian, his smirk becoming increasingly cruel. Rishi, Lalit, Vimil, and the rest of the hooded figures stepped aside. My survival instincts prompted me to do the same. Someone's in trouble. Fool. Rattan looked around the hall nervously as if he was expecting something to happen. Emmerich, don't. They're leaving. I told them to leave several times already. Yet, they are still here. I guess I should probably make it a little more clear who exactly they're dealing with. Oh. The hall of the temple began to shift. The light started to tremble. The eerie shadows morphed into living shapes, started crowding the corners. The eyes of the Murti Durga statue lit up. What the hell? Lima instinctively clung to Killian, staring at the walls of the temple in horror. What's that moving? I had long suspected that Amrit was involved in the ritual murders. I knew he was likely to be the priest from my visions. As if to prove my assumptions right, his eyes started glowing. The harder he clenched his fists, the louder the shadows howled in every corner. Well, you look like fun. I've tolerated your presence on my land long enough. It's time for you to face the consequences. I threw myself on Amrit a moment before he could do anything to Killian and Lima. Don't interfere. Taking Amrit's hand, I shouted, Stop, please. Don't hurt them. They didn't know. Amrit, who didn't seem fully himself, replied in an impassive tone. They didn't know what? The truth about you. The truth about who you really are. Amrit scoffed. It doesn't matter. Ignorance is never an excuse. If you figured it all out, you should have told them. Is he saying that I'm right? Twisted, deformed shadows kept creeping closer and closer to Killian and Lima. They surrounded them in a dense cloud, leaving nothing but horror and helplessness on their faces. What's this? What are those things? We have to get out of here. Amrit, please. Well, since you're asking me so nicely. The monster's shadows kept getting denser, but they didn't touch my friends. Everything was rapidly spinning out of control. You saved your friends. Whoever Amrit is, I need to stop him. Try to calm him down. I spread my arms, shouting, "Stop it, you can't waste the energy that the goddess grants you. Come to your senses, or you might lose your own head." Baton joined me. "Enough with this, Dubé. Look, they're both deathly pale. I'm just keeping things in order as we all should do." "We will, but without wasting Medivi's precious resources. Show them mercy, or the goddess Devi won't show it to you in return." Dubé listened, looking at me. "Is that really what you want for me to stop?" "Yes." "What a waste of time. Well, since that's your wish." In the end, Amrit waved his hand. "No one should dare to give orders here. I'm the only mortal who rules this place. Remember this, or next time I'm not showing you any mercy." In a matter of seconds, everything faded. "You're safe and sound. All that screaming about nothing." Gillian took a few unsteady steps back, and Lima collapsed on her knees right where she had been standing. She was still shaking in fear. Gillian's eyes were empty, staring into the distance. "You're wicked. You saw how scared they were, but you kept going. Don't you have any compassion?" "I told them to listen the first time. I don't like to repeat myself. I did what was necessary. Those foreigners have caused us a lot more pain than this." His gaze becomes softer. "If you're so worried you can help them, I didn't mean to upset you." "But you did." "I care about you, Amala, but not about them. We'll be waiting for you in the adjoining room. Come soon." My mouth tasted bitter, disgusting, and instead of spitting, I swallowed the lump in my throat. "I'll be there soon." When Amrit motioned his people to leave, we were left alone. Gillian collapsed on the floor next to Lima. I want to help my friends. I kneeled in front of them. I gently caressed Killian on his shoulder and took Lima's hand in mine. "How are you feeling?" "I don't understand. What the hell was that? What have we just experienced? The darkness was moving. Making noises in the statue's eyes." "What's important is that you're safe now." Lima looked at me warily. "Amal, are you really close to him? Stay away from him. He's a psychopath. He has no mercy or conscience." "I don't know what role he plays in our case, but I'm absolutely sure that he's responsible for the murders." I know. What the hell just happened?" I felt for them. I knew how hard it was to find yourself face to face with the supernatural for the first time. You helped your friends. You've told us about something like this, about some visions. I remember, too. Was that what we saw? Or did we just experience mass hysteria? Yes, that's what it was. But these are not just visions, it's all real. I heard a low voice right behind me. "Don't linger. I'll take care of them. You go to Dubé." "I can't just leave them here in the temple." "I'm telling you, go. The sooner you deal with this, the sooner you'll return to your brother. He's all alone with your team leader now." I didn't protest further. The thought of my brother out there alone hurried me along. Dubé and his people were waiting for me in the adjoining hall. I was angry at him for what had just happened, but there was nothing I could do about it. I knew the only way was forward. I entered the adjoining hall, still shaken by what had just happened, and my friends' several pointed stares welcomed me in the room. Was that all really necessary? They needed to know their place and be convinced not to interfere. I've been interfering. Why didn't you do that to me? You're here because I want you to be. And I actually like your curiosity. We need you. We can only save our land when all 12 families stand together. Save it from what? From utter ruin. Do you need my help that much? I'm not as influential as you are. The Basus might have been an important family in the past, but they have no power now. How can I even be useful to you? We all work to maintain order in India, but it's becoming more and more difficult with each passing year. The circumstances are against us. Every family in the dozen has its specific roles. Yours did too. You are a Kshatriya, a born leader. Murali Patil wrote that the Basu family had a matriarchal structure. It's true. That's why I'm talking to you and not to your brother. We need a strong Basu woman. We're not interested in men of the family. And your family is patriarchal, with a strong male lineage. Yes. Vimal and Rishi Dubey exchanged glances. Lalit didn't look much like her brother and father, which just proved that what I'd read in the books was true. Your path has been predestined, Amala. There's no point in resisting your fate. Why are you being so difficult? Dubey is offering himself to you, and you're turning up your nose. Lalit, don't you dare talk to her like that. She's a Basu. You're a Sharma. You are not on the same level. I thought this was going to be a lot quicker. What's your problem with joining us, Amala Basu? Are you too scared to step into your ancestor's role? Amra threw her a furious glance. The young woman looked a little rattled, but the stubborn light in her eyes told me she was smart beyond her years and very confident. How dare they talk to me like that? Oh, okay, I have more than enough. Watch your tone, remember who you're talking to. I'm a Basu, and who are you exactly? Whether my family is still alive or not, I won't tolerate this kind of attitude. If you want to continue this conversation, treat me with respect I am owed. Treat me as your equal. Rishi's expression changed. I guess he was Vimal Dubey's heir and he already knew his place. But Lalit, offended by my words, snapped at me. You know what? Be quiet. But Amrit, she's trying to push you around. Didn't I just tell you to be quiet? This is not the way things are solved. Before asking me for anything, you should explain what's going on and why you're trying so hard to make sure that the dozen is restored. These are dark times, Amala. Very troubled ones. Everyone interferes in our affairs. Those in power are unable to cooperate, leading to war, conflict. The environment is under threat from human greed. If we take control, we can help make things better. Control? Yes. You of all people should know. You are a Kshatriya. I can help you if you help us. If you're interested, we can discuss the details later. He's trying to lure me in. Somehow I doubt that they want just to take control of the country for noble reasons. I still don't understand what's going on. I should find a way to leave. We need to rebuild our alliance. You put everyone in their place and learn new information about what's happening. So, you want an alliance, where the Dubeys are those who hold the knowledge and the Basus hold the power. I like how much research you put into the dozen. The door suddenly opened. Jaya's petite figure stepped inside. Amala, I've been looking for you everywhere. Kiran's... Oh. Mr. Dubey, Miss Sharma, I hope I'm not interrupting you. Come on in, Jaya. She's one of them. Amala, do you know Jaya Banerjee? Banerjee? Yes, we know each other. Amala, her brother Kiran and I came to the puja together. Oh, And how do you like Kieran Basu? He's nice. Look at her, she's blushing. Don't tease her. You're still swooning over her, huh? Please don't embarrass me in front of our guest. Jaya came closer to me, but I couldn't look at her the same way anymore. That woman from the past, my mother's friend, who is she to Jaya? Does this mean that Miss Cahoon is a Banerjee too, or maybe she has a sister who married into a Banerjee family? Jaya quietly stood aside. I'll be waiting for you at my house. One word, and Shekhar will bring you to me. There's one condition, though. I trust that you won't tell your colleagues about this. But still, I'd like to stress the fact that you absolutely shouldn't. Are we understood? You really don't seem to trust me. Is it so? An hour ago I was writing him, now he's threatening me? Glare at him. We held each other's gaze. I wanted to make some sarcastic comment, but the other images suddenly came to mind when I realized how sensually he'd been holding me against him, a pleasant warmth filled my body. It was infuriating, but I couldn't help myself. I could see from his smirk that he was thinking the exact same thing. Don't forget that I can feel your every feeling. So do I. I've never made a mystery of my own desires. Amrit was right. We wanted each other for a long time, but still we weren't satisfied. It felt so wrong to stand in a sacred temple arguing in front of all these people while our thoughts were full of all the ways we could make love to each other. As I looked at Amrit, I remembered how he bit his lip and how he enjoyed looking at my naked body. You drive each other crazy. I couldn't let Dubé cloud my mind. I shook my head as if coming back to my senses. I agreed to think about it all. Shekhar will pick you up, or would you prefer if I came personally? I'll let you know when I'm ready. As you wish, but don't take too long. When I left the temple, Rishi, Lilith, and Vailmil accompanied me. With us were a few other people whose names I never learned. Finally, after all that happened, I reunited with my brother and went home. My head was overwhelmed with information. Me and you both. Karen spent the whole dinner talking about how fun and interesting it was at the puja, but occasionally he would throw me strange, meaningful glances. I couldn't eat because I was too exhausted. After the noise of the festival, all that happened in the temple, and the conversation with the Dubés, the only thing I wanted to do was sleep. Without lingering in the garden, I went back to my room. The following morning, I felt lost in my anxious thoughts. I was feeling restless, so I decided to talk to my brother before taking any decision. After getting up, I got ready. A well-thought-out look, a stylish solution. The first thing I found. That outfit really doesn't fit her very well, I'm just saying. I'll go with a well-thought-out look. Then, new hair color. Interesting choice. Casual. We'll go with interesting choice. Hold on. I had just finished getting ready, and I was headed to the door when suddenly it swung open. Kieran was standing in front of me. You're finally up. What is it? He suddenly took something out of his pocket and almost shoved it in my face. This? You're the one who took it. Kieran was holding his notebook, the same notebook where he had written down what grandmother had said. Yes, I took it back. You were acting too weird. And you know, I'm glad I did. Are you sure you don't want to tell me something? I felt sick. What do you mean? I got help translating it. I know what she was talking about now. What the hell's going on, Mala? What are you hiding from me? Give it a 4. It was very short but sweet, I will be honest. So 2 independence, 1 loyalty, 5 respect, 0 rage, 2 kindness. It seems we had a surplus of kindness, which I believe I'm going in the right direction. Right now I'm just playing by the edge of my seat, really. I don't use walkthroughs or anything else. People have suggested it, but no. I like to go into things just completely blind, in a way. You know, I always love to talk about what's happened, but what's going to happen, not so much. I just like to go into things completely just oblivious to what will happen, so... yeah, that's how I play. Otherwise, thank you all for watching. Please remember that if you did enjoy the content, do like, share, and subscribe. Head down in the description, plenty of things to check out there, ways to support, and the whatnot. And without further ado, thanks for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.